Good morning. Day 2. Rise and surprise. How do you feel this morning? I'm anxious to find out. Did you set your phone outside of the room? Did that cause you any kind of anxiety? How did you feel this morning? I hope you did your brain dump so that you gave yourself an opportunity to not to ruminate, to worry about the things of today, because today's a new day and we're going to use these steps to prioritize and plan and hopefully allow us to sleep a little bit more peacefully at night. Now, if you set that phone across the room or outside of your room preferably, that was day 1. And I'd like to ask you today, are you somebody that got up and hit the snooze button? Or do you have an alarm clock beside your bed and you have a tendency of hitting the snooze button? I was a massive snooze button person. I would set my alarm for about 30 minutes before I needed to get up just so I could hit the snooze button when I first started this process. And undoing that was not easy. So when I say that tonight, task 2 is going to be when you wake up in the morning to not hit that snooze button. I understand if you are just acclimated into constantly hitting it. So I would ask that maybe instead of hitting it 3 times tomorrow, you hit it 1 time. Or instead of 3 times, hit it 2 times. But just try to make a small progression forward. We have those sleep cycles that I mentioned yesterday, 75 to 90 minutes long. And what happens is when you hit that snooze button, for the next 9 to 15 minutes, your brain is going into something called sleep inertia. So basically, the cortic region of your brain is stuck in one of those sleep cycles. It's stuck in that 75 to 90 minutes now because you have woke up, you've hit that snooze, your brain is like taking you back into a sleep mode, and you're in the middle of a sleep cycle as it is. So if you notice sometimes after you hit the snooze button, you might feel even more groggy when you get up. And each time you hit it, that's the reason why. So it can actually take 4 hours to get your body back in the swing of restorative sleep after just hitting that snooze button once. So really good habit to get into to not hit that snooze button. And since you're already getting up, hopefully to shut that alarm off, why hit it and then go lay back down? Now you've got some momentum, you've got your body moving, you've got your body in movement, and we want to continue on with that. Now, during the night, half of your brain is basically maintaining bodily functions. The other half of the brain is doing like a lot of restorative memory, those things that are stored in the part of your brain that maintains your memory, long-term and short memory. So your growth hormone is released. So lots of amazing things happen that restore our body back to health during sleep. So just by eliminating that snooze button, you're taking away one small thing that can inhibit, your productivity for the day. You wake up feeling groggy, it takes you 4 hours to get through the day, you've lost half your day. And a lot of the research shows that your first 2 to 4 hours of your day upon awakening is your most productive, when your mind is the sharpest. So we want to definitely take advantage of that time. Now, so for tomorrow, 2 small steps. Keep your phone in another room, notifications off, ringer on. I want you to kind of predict your sleep cycle if you can. So if you go to bed typically at 10 o'clock, and I would highly recommend, you're not up much past 10 and you're shooting for a minimum of 4 sleep cycles. More is better if you have that time. And plan out that next 90 minutes. If I start at 10, I already know that 10 to 11:30 is 1, 11:30 to 1 is 2, 2 to 3:30 is 3, 3:30 to 5 is 4, 5 to 6:30. And that way you set that alarm at the end of a sleep cycle, and you're going to get up and you're not going to hit snooze, so you're going to get that momentum for the day. All right? Super easy, and it's going to set you up for the next step in this phase, which is allowing yourself some time and some resources to set your intentions and to allow some time for your dreams. Because you need to have more than just the tasks that you need to perform for everybody else in the day, whether it's an employer, a spouse, a family, children, anything outside of what you need internally yourself, because you have needs that are very important. And honestly, when you fulfill those, then you're so much better for everybody around you. And you can be more of service throughout the day and maybe even handle some of those challenges which are going to come up. It's life, but you might be able to handle them just a small bit with some patience and some intent. So day 2, and another small task, jot down how you feel in the morning, and I'll see you back.